following video contains the king of LMGs, the Bullet King. This is a run and gun build. No shield required. Steamroll your way through content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rogue agent detected.
You wanna play games? Okay. Have to play with you. Come on. Okay. Do you wanna play rough? Say hello to my little friend!
So do the fucking impression.
Say hello to my little friend.
Again?
Say hello to my little friend.
Again!
Say hello to my little friend.
Again! Say hello to my little friend! Al fucking Cheetah! Yes!
It's actually 32 seconds, so I gotta lose 2 seconds. Maybe you can tell me what part you would lose, but I think we are getting there.
Burn this.
Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going, and welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Righto champs, the King is back. That's right, today we're rocking the Bullet King. Unlimited and unstoppable DPS, never reload again. This is a cracking good run and gun build. Well, not so much with the running, but you know what I mean. There's a few different ways to run this, but I do feel this is the best layout for a great balance of damage and survivability. This one's perfect for new and returning players as it's not overly difficult to farm for. This whole build and setup gives me total Scarface vibes, standing there mowing down anything and everything in your path.
Say hello to my little friend, Scarface.
This build's putting out some insane damage and brings me insane enjoyment when using it. Righto champions, I'm upscaling my social media game, and I'm now in more places than just YouTube. We've got Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and I'm even trending on TikTok. So show some love and support, follow me everywhere, click the links in the description. Also, welcome back to all you beautiful creepy subscribers. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, pull your finger out and give that sub button a click. Also show some support by engaging with this video. Giving a thumbs up and even dropping a comment really helps. It triggers some weird sciencey shit regarding the YouTube algorithm, and in turn that helps my content pop up in searches and helps the channel grow. Let's go champions, 10k subs, here we come. All your support is super appreciated. Righto champs, let's get stuck in and check out this Bullet King build. 4 reds, 3 blues, 1 skill tier, 1.3 million armor. This ratio of core attributes is a really comfortable spot to be, and for me personally, I think it's the best way to run it. 4 pieces of striker, 1 Petrov, and the Memento backpack. A very simple yet super effective layout. But definitely play around with the core attribute roles yourself and find a good balance for you. For the specialization, it's Gunner. A big pro tip and something I often forget when making a build is to spec into the correct passive weapon damage bonus. You definitely want to make sure that you've spec'd into that extra 15% LMG damage on this one. With the Gunner specialization, we're also going to get 10% weapon handling while not moving. This is very handy as the Bullet King can be a bit tricky to control. We gain a 5% rate of fire buff on kill for 5 seconds. And with Gunner we also unlock the Banshee Pulse, which is one of my favourite skills when not using a shield. This confuses NPCs and it's kind of like shooting fish in a barrel. And lastly we get that 10% armor on kill, which works awesome with the regen and the bonus armor we get from the Memento trophies and stacks. So the main gun on the build, it's the Bullet King.
Pour one out for my bro. If he'd used this, he'd never have run out of bullets.
Maxed out, and its base RPM is normally 850 rounds per minute, but now this has been increased to 978 rounds per minute. It comes with 12% damage to targets out of cover, which is multiplicative damage, and 10% crit hit damage. The Bullet King's pretty amazing. It's got the biggest sustained damage out of any other gun in the game. And the reason for that is the talent, Bullet Hell. This weapon never needs to be reloaded. For every 100 bullets that hit an enemy, replenish some ammo to you and your allies' reserves. This paired with Gunner means you'll never run out of ammo and you'll never need to reload again. As you can see, the accuracy and stability on the Bullet King is a little bit shit, but the weapon handling bonuses we get from Gunner and Striker is going to help a lot with that. Our secondary gun doesn't really matter, but I've got the Grudge. Proccing Vindictive is going to give you and your team an extra 18% crit hit chance and crit hit damage for 20 seconds. And to buff our crit hit damage even more, we're rocking the Orbit as our pistol. So proccing both the Grudge and the Orbit at the same time will give this build 53% crit hit chance and a 58% crit hit damage buff. Righto champs, let's check out the gear. For the mask, it's Striker's battle gear. We're rocking 4 pieces of striker, so our bonuses are going to be 15% weapon handling, 15% rate of fire, and striker's gamble. Weapon hits amplify weapon damage by 0.5%, stacking 50 times. Now these stacks are multiplicative with themselves, not additive. So it's not 25% amplified damage at full stacks, it's actually 28.3%. The downside to striker is 2 stacks are lost each second. We have weapon damage, crit hit chance, and a crit hit chance mod. For the chest piece, we've got the striker chest, max armor, crit hit chance, and a crit hit damage mod. The reason that we're going to use the chest is for the chest piece talent, Press the Advantage. It's going to increase our max striker stacks from 50 to 100. So after I made my last striker build, I got a lot of comments saying that my math was wrong. No fucking surprise there, champs. I was shared a link to a really handy Reddit post that explains the math behind the striker's gear. I'll pop the link for that Reddit post in the description too. But long story short, the stacks multiply with themselves, so for the 4-piece striker build with the chest piece talent we get 64.7% amplified damage, not 50%. For the holster, it's the 3rd piece of striker, max weapon damage and max crit hit damage. For the knee pads, it's the 4th piece of striker, max weapon damage and max crit hit damage here too. Now for the gloves, I've gone with the named Petrov piece, the contractor's gloves. From the brand set, we're going to get 10% LMG damage, this one's got max armor, max crit hit damage, and that 8% multiplicative damage to armor. If you're comfortable playing with less armor on your build, you can definitely have another weapon damage roll here, but 1.3mm armor is a very comfortable spot to play with. And the last piece is the backpack, and it's the memento. We gain 1 of each core attribute, 1 weapon damage roll, 1 armor roll, and 1 skill tier. And I've gone off and modded it with a crit hit chance mod. The talent's called Kill Confirmed. Enemies you kill will drop trophies. Collect them for both short-term and long-term buffs. Our short-term buffs are going to last 10 seconds, and that's 5% weapon damage, 10% bonus armor, and 5% skill efficiency for each trophy. Our long-term buffs after collecting 30 trophies are going to last for 300 seconds, and that's a total of 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and 3% regen. The Memento backpack is a far superior piece than using the Striker backpack in my opinion. We gain damage, skill efficiency, survivability, both situational and long term. Now, what skills do you want to use on this build? To be honest, you can literally use anything you like. There's no shield on this build because you can't use an LMG with a shield. I love using the assault drone because it takes NPCs aggro and it's going to deal decent damage once we get a few memento trophies going. For the second skill, I've got the Banshee Pulse, which again can only be used once you're using the gunner specialization. Use it off the rip, confuse the NPCs, get a couple of sneaky kills with the Grudge or Orbit or both, and then say hello to my little friend, the Bullet King, and mow everything down. But hey, feel free to try out whatever you like and use whatever skills you like. Righto then, so fine print time, the stat sheet. Now fair warning, it is tricky to get your crit hit chance and crit hit damage to super impressive numbers with this layout. But we're sitting at nearly 45% crit hit chance and 91% crit hit damage. We can actually reach the crit hit chance cap and 149% crit hit damage with the Grudge and the Orbit buffs. We also have 8% multiplicative damage to armor and 12% multiplicative damage to targets out of cover too. Checking our weapon damage, we've got 70% all weapon damage and 40% LMG damage. Not forgetting that extra 30% weapon damage buff that we get from Memento, and then again we get that 64.7% amplified damage from our striker stacks too. So as the fight goes on, we're going to pile on more and more insane damage. So that's my Bullet King striker build, champs. Insane damage, insane survivability, roll over everything, never reload again, but most importantly, like all my builds, have a lot of bloody fun using it. So, what do you reckon? Are you gonna say hello to my little friend and give the Bullet King build a crack? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. all the music on my channel is proudly brought to you by artlist.io. They're not a paid sponsor, it's just a website that I'm a member of, and their music is insanely good. It helps me and thousands of others create stunning videos with the best royalty-free music and sound effects. Artlist.io. And that's it for me on this one, champs. Drop a comment below about whatever. Any feedback, build questions, suggestions, or ideas, you know I'm easy. Help yourself and the channel, make sure that you've hit that bell notification so you know every time I upload new content. So, did you like it? Then smash that like button, and if you didn't, you can press the dislike. But remember, to support me and the channel, hit that sub button and become a creepy subscriber. And I'll catch you all in the next one, champions. I'm Plum out.